name is John Buchowski. Currently I'm the Vice President of Go-to-Market Activities for Creo, specifically for our mechanical tools segment. Until about 3-4 months ago, though, I was responsible for all product management for pretty much the entire evolution of Creo. I was responsible for product management for the Wildfire 4 release, the 5 release, as well as the Creo 1 and 2 releases. So Creo 2 was a very unique release for us. Creo 1 was, as you know, kind of really a singularity in terms of the product evolution. It wasn't a continuation of a previous product strategy. It was a completely new product strategy that we took on in Creo 1. So the whole strategy behind Creo 2 fundamentally was to create a destination release. Basically take all the great things that we did in Creo 1 and then really enhance upon those, but really focus on things like quality and adaptability and ease of use from the standpoint of making it easier for customers to get from Wildfire 4 and Wildfire 5 onto the Creo platform. So I think largely we achieved what we'd set out to. We have some quality metrics that we keep track of, some aggregated metrics that have to do with mean time to failure, bug rates and things like that. And when we look at Creo 2 at FCS, so March 27th is when the product started shipping. At our FCS release, Creo 2.0 was actually exactly 2 times higher in terms of achieving all these quality metrics than what we were with the Wildfire 2 release, for example. So we're pretty excited about that. And now, as we've been going out and meeting with customers at a lot of these events, it seems that our desire, which is to have kind of a tidal wave of adoption coming in the back half of the year, seems to be panning out. When we talk to a lot of our larger customers, they are actually planning on adopting the platform around the M20 maintenance release, which is planned for August of this year. It's for existing customers with their existing capabilities. So let's say I'm just a maintenance paying customer and I get the latest release, and so I continue using all the same capabilities I had before. If I had to kind of pick 2 or 3, I'd say really it's the user productivity improvement. So it's things such as a lot of improvements to graphics performance. We worked very closely with both NVIDIA and AMD to optimize use of the GPU and hardware acceleration from the standpoint of graphics. So that's, once again, a benefit that everyone gets across the board in the product. Secondary would probably be in working with cross-sections. So a lot of times our customers want to work on a product where parts of it are obscured or behind other components. We added a great set of capabilities dealing with cross-sections. We actually took a lot of ideas from what used to be the Creo View product, so it's a perfect example of kind of the melding of the products that's taking place with the Creo strategy. And then the third one is another kind of end-user improvement from the standpoint of productivity is the way that we implemented measure tools. So it just makes it a lot faster and easier for people to interact with the product, do analyses on the fly, and keep on working. So once again, these are all kind of the incremental style of improvements that we did in Creo 2 versus kind of the broad brush massive changes that we did in Creo 1.0. So we had a very nice collaboration with the graphics cards vendors, and so what we ended up doing is basically we had development staff from the vendors working closely in our code base, helping us understand where the bottlenecks are, how to optimize and improve upon it. And really, for the first time in our history, that unprecedented level of bringing a hardware partner in-house and basically working very closely to understand how can we optimize the product to behave on that partner's product. So sustainability, from an engineer standpoint, is kind of an interesting thing because generally improving the efficiency of any system is a healthy thing, right? And so it kind of happens to work out that from a green standpoint, making a design better and optimizing it from the standpoint of, let's say, weight or performance or something like that generally also has side benefits. If I reduce the amount of material in a product, I'm reducing material costs, but I'm also reducing the weight, I'm reducing the shipping burdens and things like that. So it's kind of interesting that just being a good engineer and developing good technical software for engineers that makes it easier to accomplish their desires to improve the function of their product seems to kind of have this pull-on effect from the standpoint of kind of also satisfying a lot of kind of sustainable initiatives. Closer to kind of the direct impact, we do have a lot of work that we're doing in the area of sustainable engineering and BOM analytics. Basically tools that allow you to understand kind of the environmental impact or the footprint of the products that you're designing. Currently those are primarily on the lifecycle side of the tool of the house, and we're currently evaluating how useful will those be for kind of the engineers on the design side of the house as well. So basically merging the actual authoring tools along with kind of the analytics tools that we offer for BOM analytics.